it's easier to see progress externally than internally. And
Mm.
so I think something to remind yourself is that it feels really slow. Your product development is always going to feel slower than you would like, and you only really see the progress when you look back. So this is something that we try to make a regular habit of, is keeping track of our new product features, functionality, and releases. And every 6 to 12 months, we like to stop and celebrate with the team. Here's what the product team has accomplished in the last 6 months. And it's always shocking every single time. You look back and you go, wow, I forgot that it was just 6 months ago that we didn't have such and such feature. We have screen recordings of our app over time where you just kind of click through our dashboard, and it's crazy to just look, a year back. You just don't appreciate it. It's like growing when you're a kid. That you measure the line on the wall, and then the next year you're like up 6 inches, and you're like, where did all this height come from? And so I think when it gets, so first off, have some grace with yourself. Like, product development is super hard, and it always feels like you could be going faster. But I have a personal philosophy with product development that I think it's right, even in the pretty early days, to trade quality for speed a little bit. There's a balance for sure. You need to get to market, but I think it doesn't come from sacrificing quality so much as being very precise about what you're building. Right? That's my emphasis on like identifying the core of the problem, because then you only build that 20%. You only build that tiny portion of the solution, and you can afford to do that part well, right? And you can afford to take a little bit of time and look into the future. And because you spend that time well, that efficiency builds over time. You instead of slowing down, you speed up. A lot of the times for our platform, we'll realize by accident that one feature unlocks complex compound functionality that we didn't anticipate when we built it. So for example, we built forms, and then we built packets, a way to combine forms together to do things like onboarding. And then we built the ability to bulk submit forms. So if you have a CSV of teacher contracts that you want to send out, and you want to fill out the first step automatically, you can bulk submit, all of your teacher information, and now this kicks off 200 contract renewals. This was not something we imagined. This was something that like our customer said, hey, it'd be really awesome if it did this. But when we did that, we realized, hey, if a form can kick off a packet, we can bulk kick off, an onboarding from a CSV. It's things like that, where you take one piece and one piece connects with another piece, which connects with another piece. And when you lay the foundations well, there's sudden synergies within your platform that allow you to go faster than if you had just kind of been half-dash slashing everything in there. And so that's a big part of our speed, because we do have a team for as long as the company's existed. We've probably averaged about 5 engineers-ish. I think right now we're at 6. But for a lot of that, it was just me. And then it was me and my head of engineering, who, by the way, was my manager at Auth0. So I guess a little side note is like, I've always tried to pick up the best people that I can from role to role. I connect with the people that I think are smarter than me, and I try to maintain solid work relationships with them. And then when I leave a place, I try to stay in contact. And so then later on, when I'm hiring, I say, look, I know we work well together, and I know you like startups. This is the place for you. And it's a compelling argument for someone who's your friend. And so I brought those people in, and I benefited greatly from having team members who are smarter than me, who I gave a lot of autonomy. And I said, how do we go to the next level? And they said, well, given what we have today, I can do this, this, and this. And we just we buckle in, and we keep chipping away. Really building an enterprise platform is not about any one big feature. It's about the accumulation of hundreds of well thought out, synergistic, integrated features. And it's not sexy to build that thing. It takes time, and it takes a thoughtfulness, and it's a slog. You're just slowly climbing up the mountain, one little feature at a time. And then you look back and you go, wow, look at what we've built. Look where we've gone in these last few years. So that's been my approach to product development.